What's up, y'all? Let's get these extended messages. I hear something about mother's milk could be significant, so that may resonate for some of you. May want to do some research on that particular one. Oh, I forgot to pull a Sabila card, so we'll pull one here. Eight of Cups at the bottom of one deck, and the Ace of Wands at the bottom of another deck. Okay, so it feels like I don't know why I feel the energy of like a recharge. There could be something significant about that. Um, I'm getting a restart, and that's not normally what these cards give, but that's just what I'm picking up. It's almost like taking a break or some time of disconnection. If you think about that, like sometimes that's in relationship, right? Like I love you more because I see you less. It's good fences make good neighbors. Um, there's something about like what feels like taking some time to oneself. Sometimes it can be like after a situation I don't like. Yeah, I hear Jennifer Hudson. I don't like living under your spotlight, even if you treat me right. Maybe something seemed, but it could be things like that. It doesn't have to be a person, right? It could be work, right? I need a break. I didn't like that last bonus, or I didn't like how things went, right? Eight of Cups into Seven of Coins, okay? So this could even be like, you know, uh, this is kind of like, I don't know why it feels like I didn't like the outcome, okay? I didn't like the results. And this is someone may be feeling this way based on what I put in. I didn't like what I got out, what I saw in return. And this could be like in relationship, right? Based on what I gave, right? I didn't like what I received. There's something like that that I feel like maybe has been a little bit challenging. Sometimes this is like health, right? I've been trying and I don't see, I can't even say I don't. Okay, let me just be clear. For some of y'all, it's a gift, and the reason we're seeing these gift cards in the present is because Spirit is trying to show you love and show you these are results. There are results. You may not have known, you may not have realized, you may have needed that period of disconnection just to take some time and real it to look a little bit closer. Okay, so some of y'all are like, no, you got some return. There's yield. Okay, Ace of Wands, three coins, okay? Because y'all know I'm covering her up if you've seen this deck, okay? She not decent. Let's... No major arcana out of the first deck. Okay, so this makes sense. Whatever this is a change, okay? Like, I guess just for your knowledge, okay? In whatever circumstance this is, someone had a situation, whether it's you or someone opposite you, that they had to handle. Okay, somebody had something that they had to deal with, and so the energy changed. Okay, so whether it was you that didn't like it or whether it was them that, it might have been both, right? It could be a job or anything, but it's almost like, oh, we're hiring for this or we're going this direction, and then a breakdown in the business takes place. So which could indicate like we have to drop the ball on this. We're not going to get back with it. We're not going to make this. Something took place and someone had to handle it. Okay. What this tells me is that in some situations it was handled appropriately, in other situations it was not. Okay, which it feels like this has a lot to do with y'all hear T.I., all you hating is fuel on my fire. It feels like this has a lot to do with what someone's motivation was. Okay. So in situations where someone is maybe spiritually motivated, spiritually charged, where spirit got someone's attention or brought something to their awareness, then whatever someone did was what feels like, no, this could certainly be the case in both scenarios. What was that word? There was a word that I was looking at the other day. Oh, me and my good friend Mari, we like words. We like our vocabulary words. I love you, Mariama. Shout out to Mariama. Um, There was a vocabulary, there was a word that talks about, um, dang it, because I can't remember it, but it talks about like trying to, oh, this actually is not a word, y'all. It's a teaching that I planned to do yesterday, but just didn't ever like nothing. Things didn't sync up, and honestly, I'm just trying to give myself grace in those situations and stop trying to force. You know what I mean? Um, but let me just say that this is this whatever this is that someone a spirit brought something to their awareness or it inspired them to do something or what could be like inform them about something, right? It feels like it's like do something that someone else may not like or I don't know how they'll feel about it. And it could be because you don't like something. I'm just kind of getting there's something in the pot that is almost like out of birth from discontent, if you will. But think about that, right? Sometimes taking righteous action, the only reason that you'll do so will be birthed from discontent, right? Sometimes, that ego based action is birthed from discontent, right? Oh, they're going to show me up. Oh, they're going to win, or this is going to happen, or that, right? So I feel this energy of like a spirit fixation and ego fixation. And let me just say, where there is an ego fixation, someone's being denied. Okay, top of the day, and it's love. And for some of you, this could be coming to your awareness where someone is like pushing back, they're defending against, they're turning away. I also feel like where there is spirit led action, I feel like that person, that's where it's almost like some of you may become aware you're being defended, you're being protected, you're being preserved. Um, I don't know why I'm getting the energy of like finding a note, finding this could be like saying a message, a text, finding it feels like something little. It's almost like hearing a conversation, but just getting what feels like a bit is what it feels. A bit, a small bit is what I feel. And whatever this bit is that you are connecting with, it feels like for some of you, it's showing you that you have the upper hand. It's also going to show you where there's an ego entanglement and there is maybe disconnection, but I definitely feel like it's showing you where you have the upper hand. So some of you, when I talk about me time, this could be something that you connect with in your private time, in your personal time. Um, I like this because this feels like attention is being given to something, whether you are giving attention to it or someone else is. Attention is being given to something, and this is either demonstrating to you that someone is trying. Um, this could be like someone is trying to be a team player. Someone is trying to, I don't know. There could be something about inclusion, but someone is trying to, and this could even be like co-create spiritually, right? Someone is trying to be spirit led. Um, and this could be like, by the way, by connecting, by informing, by there's something of that nature where I feel like someone is making some sort of effort, okay? And making an effort to show love. And something, like I said, it feels like small signs, but meaningful signs that get your attention. And again, this could be you doing something as it pertains to someone else, but they're small signs, but they mean a lot. this is valuable. This is to whomever this is based on the things that they've been working on. These are results. So this is a harvest. This is a return for, um, this is almost like effort. I don't know why it's like you try. I realize you try. There's something of that nature that I feel. I don't know why. Like I said, I just really get the impression that the top of the day, like this is love for someone. They feel protected or perhaps even don't mind having your back. But I just get a very strong feel that for some of you, there's something about this that has to do with like privately. It's almost like you clean up my mess privately. You don't tell everybody, or you have my back when, um, I don't know why. It's just kind of like you pay attention to, what could be like the things that I say, the things that I do. Like you pay attention to where I have to put my energy, and I don't know why, but it definitely feels like somebody strongly believes in that with the star card and the Hierophant, the high priest in, excuse me, Taurus and Aquarius makes me feel like this feels like, and this is coming into midday. Okay. So somebody is like, I don't know why it's giving like, I don't need the moon and the stars. I really just need, I just need what feels like a little bit of effort, right? It's almost like, protect my investment. Or if you see I'm experiencing some sort of challenges, like have my back. Like, and again, it gives like at least try, at least make an effort to what could be like prevent me. Like, especially it's like if something comes to your attention or your awareness, make some sort of effort to like have my back. Like, and this is kind of like, I don't know why it's giving like participation trophy, but I just heard it's a real trophy because it's almost like what feels like people choose not to participate. People choose not to maybe be a team player. People choose not to, this could be like cooperate or be a bit more of a team player or collaborative. But something feels like, I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all need to go back and look at the messages from 5 or 6 days ago. There was one that said drawn to tower, in a daily grind, and something feels like that same energy is back up today, but it feel like today's tower is going to be love. Okay. And keep in mind, right, where you're not receiving that in the situations where you should, this could certainly be self-love, although I don't see cards for it. So some of y'all, this is going to be you, but it could be you showing yourself love, and that's what you needed to do in order to put yourself in the right position to have the upper hand or to have the advantage, if you will, in any given situation. So, I just feel like spiritually you're co-creating right now. So I feel what that means is that when it comes to the use of a resource or a tool, spend money, contact them, do this, right? Put some work or effort into this, that you are being spirit led right now. Okay. So some of y'all just know you're being spirit led right now. If you feel blocked, you definitely not blocked. You're definitely not blocked. There are absolutely no blockages. Okay. I feel like this is speaking to when there are some things in life that are challenging. And I don't know why we feel like, we're not supposed to look at that. The Emperor card coming out, further clarifying the Hierophant and the Star. Look, if you know, you know. This is kind of like knowing wherein there is authority. Knowing if you have authority. This is someone else knowing their authority. It's a gift. As long as when I sit my ass here, okay, and I ain't gonna lie, that's what this feel like. When I sit, and some of y'all, this has to do with like paying attention, staying focused. When I focus, when I pay attention, this could be like when I sit through class, when I commit, when I get disciplined, and I can't lie, some of y'all, this is kind of like, this is deeper and it could be spiritual in some way. When I commit to something or someone, when I say I'm going to be faithful, some of y'all, this could be a marriage or in relationship. When I agree, when I take that soul mission, when I'm under oath, I promise, I swear for Lord, I promise. And that's what this feels like. It's the Two of Cups here. So this is kind of like when I say I'm in relationship, when I agree, this could be to do something, to do a job. When I look, when I take the steps, I ain't gonna lie, this feel like your steps are ordered. Your steps are ordered. Yeah, there go the Wheel of Fortune, baby. Yeah, it's your time, it's your season. That's what it feel like. Ego entanglements get out the way. Real relationships come through. And that's what it feel like. Your team is making itself known or revealing itself to you. And some of y'all, that's what you have to accept because you may not be used to this. You may not be used to having a team. You may not be used to solidarity. You may not be used to trust. You may not be used to relationships or people who are showing up, who being real, who being authentic. I mean it. Just know I mean it. You may not be used to people who's about their business. I just heard Trump, so there could be something significant about him. I don't freaking know. But I feel like, let me just say today, midday, this is like letting go. This could indicate releasing a relationship. I got to let you go. You preventing me from having authority in all the ways that I need to have authority. This could also be accepting a relationship and allowing something to go a certain direction and you or someone else. But what feels like midday, someone seeing what could be like, I don't know why it's giving like receiving illumination in some sort of way that they trust. And based on the direction that things are going, whoever this is truly believes that they have the authority in relating to something or someone in a certain way. And because of this, because of their realization, they're releasing what feels like any apprehension and simply going that direction because they trust that there's true authority in the willingness to do so. And look at this, the Ace of Swords coming out to clarify the Wheel of Fortune. And that's what I feel like is taking place midday. This is what feels like someone, I don't know why I feel like going the direction of their favor, realizing that there's some sort of relationship. It could be a partnership. It could, keep in mind, right? This does not have to be dating. It don't have to be platonic. It don't have to be friendship. This can be a job. It can be a line of business or a line of work, but someone's recognizing the way in which I relate to this. I have true mastery in whatever this is. I have mastered this. I trust it. I believe it. And someone's receiving what feels like some sort of midday confirmation that is a bona fide, undeniable sign that they're relating to something or someone in the appropriate way that gives them what feels like authority, favor, or perhaps even fortune in a circumstance. And there's confirmation coming. So somebody, you could be receiving some sort of returns. That could certainly be what this is coming in midday, where you're simply, again, walking in solidarity. Yeah, I just heard walk in the light, the beautiful light, while the dewdrops of mercy shine bright, shine all around us by day and by night. Jesus, the light of the world, consciousness. Someone's receiving, it feels like the Christ mind. What did I say? The top of the day was spending me time doing something someone's doing to get their mind right. Okay. On the other side of getting one's mind right, someone receives, connects with Christ consciousness, the conscious aspect of their mind that aligns with their divinity. It's not just stuck in their human nature where they're feeling rejected, they're feeling denied, they're feeling what feels like in a position where maybe someone's feeling blocked and it feels like that time, or what could even, I don't know why I'm getting some sort of energy of like a small message. Again, this could be, it could be hearing something, right? It could be this message that y'all listening to. It's a connection. Someone sending a text message. It could be even getting, it could be a drop in the bucket, right? Somebody drop you a dime, whatever that is. But whatever this is that comes through, the way in which someone It's almost like when this comes to their attention or awareness, it's the energy they needed to connect with to get them to think. And in that, they release something that needs to be let go of and connect with the Christ mind, which it feels like puts someone in a position of power or authority. Okay. And that's why I feel like the end of the day goes into the Phoenix. This feel like, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you. Because that's what I feel. Some of y'all, the anointing gonna quicken. That's what I feel. Y'all hear, all hail the power of Jesus' name. Wow. I have to say this energy feels powerful. Because someone goes, what feels almost like from feeling rejected, feeling denied, feeling counted out to what feels like what could be on top of the world. It's almost like realizing who they are and realizing the power they have in being their authentic self. And what feels like showing up as myself and just trusting that me being myself is something in there that's enough. That's a quality, that is a trait, if you will, that has the skills, that has the abilities. Despite if this is like in a different environment or in another world, despite that I might be new there, despite that this might be new to me, I carry an authority that comes with being myself that I trust. Gang, gang, gang. And I don't know why it feel like solidarity. So some of you, whatever it is you're doing, release your apprehensions. If you're holding any type of resistance, notice it, but then be willing, do whatever it is. It's like, I don't know, some of you, this could be a book. Maybe you read, but it's like whatever it is that you connect with that helps you to whatever it is that you connect with that energetically get your mind right, do that. And it feels like once you do that, there is this bona fide, what feels like confirmation. And this is kind of like solidarity coming in, realizing you have a friend. I just heard, if you need a fix. So, hey, perhaps that's the case. But this is kind of like, trusting that when I do my part, I don't know, this feel like your natural, right? When I just take, this is where I don't have to worry about everything. I just have to take my natural abilities, right? My little bit of effort. I just have to try and just trust God super on top of my natural, and that will give me what feels like all power. Okay. So I feel that energy at play at the top of the day. Trusting God's super on top of your natural efforts. You've been trying, right? You've been putting forth what feels like effort, trying to get on top of or in front of things, trying to what feels like prevent the inevitable. And again, some of y'all, this has to do with ego entanglements. It's not about, this is like, I'm trying to get well, I'm trying to heal, I'm trying to, you know, I don't know why it kind of gets like clear my thoughts. This is like I'm trying to meditate on my healing, right? Because sometimes getting your mind right ain't as easy as it seems. And sometimes it's like I'm trying, I don't know why I just heard I'm trying to sleep. Or I'm trying to be at peace, right? Just relax, right? Just be okay with what could even be like, again, the separation. We talked about there being some sort of departure or disconnection. I'm trying to, what could be like in my soul. I just want peace, right? I'm trying to lay it to rest. Well, sweetheart, if that's you, some of you be aware of when you put in all the efforts you supposed to put in, and I just heard it's not your turn. Okay. And some of you, this is why this is a space of transition. That's what it feels like. That's where your mind is being renewed. Because if you've already put in all your efforts that you could put in, that doesn't mean be frantic and try harder. That's an indication of resistance. So some of you be mindful of that. Some of you, you're not in a position you're being asked. You got to say you're in a prime position. Based on that, what you've already done, you have the upper hand or the advantage. You're not being asked to prove yourself by works, right? What is it? what does it say? Something about salvation. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. There's a verse, and that's not what it is verbatim, but that's what it feels like. This is not about works. So Spirit may say, you have the upper hand. Don't, when it comes to works, don't try to earn this by works. Don't try to get this by continuing to do. Do it, get it by the buffalo emerging, remembering who you are and what it is that you've learned and the quality of energy that's attached to you because of the fact that you understand this now. See, because some of you, this has to do with your identity. Sometimes that's your spiritual identity. Sometimes that can just be like who you are. It kind of gives like, I'm an empath. I'm sensitive. Sometimes that's your authority. You just sensitive. Maybe you're artistic while others are perhaps more conscientious, more logical. Sometimes we will literally know that that's who we are, that's the position that we're in, but we will give it up because that's not others' authority. When that's the authority, that's the position that gives us the advantage. Do it again. There's something significant about do it again. Okay? There's some sort of end of the day judgment call that is a gift. And with the Eight of Swords, whatever this perhaps call is, I don't know if it's going to come as a shock or a surprise, but it's a gift. I'm not sure if you're making this call or someone else is, but let me just say it feels intuitive. It feels like someone's this could be receiving a spiritual warning about something they see. This could even be about themselves. And this could have to do with fear, a comfort zone, right? I don't know why I'm really just getting be yourself. It's a gift. When you allow yourself to be that in every relationship that you have relating to anything, there's something significant about information. For some of you, this could be on social media. I feel like by the end of the day, you're going to be receiving a lot of information. Some sort of decision or call. It feels like, I keep hearing shock you. I feel like it's going to shock you that someone is what feels like this could be like being so honest about this or like being so transparent, telling so much or revealing so much. Whatever this is was delayed. Whatever this decision or judgment call is, it was delayed. And some of you, you're making it. It was delayed by intuition, could be the case. But what feels like, I don't know why it feels like replay. Somebody's listening to something again. This could be saying something again. I don't know why it kind of gives like replay the tapes, replay the footage, the camera. Let's just say I feel like making whatever this call is previously made someone uncomfortable. There something about what feels like being yourself in some way midday could very well be what is refining the relationship, or perhaps even emotionally. Okay, this resonates so deeply, I've got to do this study. This will come, it may be coming this morning, it may come later today, I'm not sure. I've got to do this study. It's the information is too relevant. This is, and you guys will see later, this is reflective of someone who has been in their Moab mind. Okay, someone has been in the ego mind, and they're switching from the ego mind into the Israel mind of Christ, the mind of the promise. And that's what this feels like it has to do with. Okay, someone is the end of the day. For some of you, this is going to speak to an opportunity to demonstrate that you're not, to discern between, it's almost like to realize when maybe something has you um, in the fear mind, versus when something has you um, in the Christ mind. And I feel like the end of the day, excuse me, let me go back. Midday, there's some sort of, I just heard rehearsal, so that could resonate. Midday, there's some sort of appointment, or um, what feels like a schedule of some sort. Okay. So there's some, I'm not sure exactly what this is, but midday, there's some sort of um, scheduling or appointment. Um, Let me just say, the end of the day, there's some sort of, um, if someone was in their fear-based mind, I can't lie, it just feels like a repeat of some situation or circumstance that is a gift and gives someone the opportunity to not be in fear, to not operate from a space of fear, but what feels like to step out of a comfort zone in one regard or another. And this is someone refining their, what feels like, gift of discernment. It could even be like refining their gifts in some way, gifts, talents, whatever. Um, Getting better at what they do. It's almost like getting better at like an artistic skill, or just at being intuitive. This is someone making a call that they were scared to make, but that makes them feel better, or makes what could be like the situation better, is what it feels in making whatever this call is. So that's what I have for you. I like this because with that ether at the end of the day, and we're going fire energy at the top of the day, air energy midday, and then ether at the end of the day. It feels as though that's where the heavy lifting is coming in at the end of the day, because there's some sort of like spiritual sensitivity that has someone making a decision, and it feels like that is mm, I don't know why something feel like that's out of someone's comfort zone. I don't feel like this is yours. I feel like, I don't know why I kind of get like you already out of your comfort zone. This could be like by yourself, or like um I kind of feel like you already on your own. And that could be what you're making a decision about. Sometimes that's a comfort zone. It's like you're on your own, you're comfortable on your own, but you could be making some sort of call or decision. Especially if you encounter a relationship where someone has the authority, where someone has the where you trust, or it has been confirmed, even if it does catch you off guard, but something make me feel like you're going to be able to feel it. You're going to be able to sense. So something is, so it's almost like that's going to get you together regardless. Okay. It's like you can sense they're maybe being honest or telling the truth. Significant energies, Taurus, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio. That's what I have for you guys. I love you, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.